Hello to all of my students and potential CFA candidates. Good afternoon from my side. Samosan Azam Khan, a CFA trainer, an ACCA trainer. I've been teaching CFA for the last many years and I have a pool of many students around the globe as well. So many questions are coming up to me regarding this changes in 2024 syllabus, and many students are concerned. Some are worried. Maybe there are lots of changes, especially those students who are preparing in 2023, who have started to prepare from 2023 books. They are also concerned whether there are lots of changes. Will they have to be updated a lot? And there are other students who are concerned whether the exams have become difficult. They are deciding whether to opt for November exam or 2024 exam. So in this video, I will highlight the changes as well, important changes, and I will, go through your questions, which I usually get a lot. The first foremost question before I start the video, I want to be clear of to certain question. Question one, that is, has the syllabus become more difficult than before? The answer is no, not at all. Instead, I would feel it might have become a little easier, but not difficult. Number two, I am asked, has the overall syllabus increased? So answer is no. Instead, syllabus have decreased. Third, are there significant changes in CFA syllabus for 2023? Again, the answer is no. The changes are slight. There are only slight changes, maybe 10% to 12% changes or 8% changes. There are lots of switching of topics from switching of curriculum content from one topic to another topic, but the changes in itself are very low in my opinion. So these are big answers to your bigger questions. Now let's go through the changes of 2024 examination. So the first change is kind of a change in their structure. And it's a very insignificant change in my opinion. Before in 2023, we used to have study sessions, and each study sessions, there were readings. You can call those readings as chapters of different topics. And in those chapters were learning modules. So each chapter used to prepare you for multiple learning modules. Now what they have done in 2024, they have cancelled out this line. So now you have study sessions. Now you won't see readings. Instead, directly you will see learning modules. So obviously, as previously, each reading or each chapter used to have 3 or 4 learning modules. So that's why you see lesser readings and more learning modules. Let's suppose one reading used to have 3 to 4 learning modules. Before, the syllabus was quantified by the number of readings. Let's suppose you have 70 readings. Now the syllabus is quantified by number of learning modules. So this would be equivalent to 90 learning modules. So the increase in number does not at all indicate that the syllabus have increased. It's just a change in the structure which has caused an increase in number as you're switching from readings to learning modules. Furthermore, let's review the content. What changes have they come up with the content in the CFA syllabus? So what CFA has done, as they announced before in the evolution of CFA, that they are bringing up focused curriculum. So now they have shifted very basic readings, which they feel usually students do cover them in their graduation. They have shifted some of the readings, or we can say learning modules, or we can say syllabus content. They have shifted syllabus content from core syllabus to prerequisites. So core syllabus is the syllabus which is testable, which will be tested in the exam. Whereas prerequisite is that syllabus which is not testable, but in order to understand higher level, advanced level concepts in the core syllabus, you will have to go through prerequisites. For example, financial statement analysis. the initial topic, very basic topic, one of them have been shifted to prerequisites. It used to be before in the core curriculum section. Because they feel that most of the students have already known that knowledge, they have shifted that to prerequisites. So that means that topic will not be testable in the exam. But if someone has not studied that before, he cannot understand the things that the advanced things that are in the core syllabus. So ultimately, he will have to go through this. The only difference would be now he would not be going through these chapters in the prerequisite extensively. There is no need to go through them extensively, no need to practice them a lot because questions will not be asked by those contents. So a person or a candidate can be casual about studying prerequisite. He can be casual, he can have a casual attitude. But when it comes to core curriculum, he should be on his toes. In order to make sure he practices a lot, he is very focused, he is doing that extensively. Now let's move on. What differences have been made in the syllabus? Not much, to be honest. When I see quantitative methods, they have introduced a chapter called big data in it. Before, big data was there. Now they have shifted to quants and they have increased it slightly. They've also introduced simulation. It was there before as well in portfolio management, I think. Now they have shifted this, or they have introduced this chapter. Before we used to have Monte Carlo simulation. So the simulation was there. It was slightly there in the count probability distribution chapter. Now they have given it a different name altogether. And they've also introduced the old reading, which was used to be there 3-4 years back, which was called discounted cash flows. They have reintroduced that in the core curriculum with the name of risk and returns. Those students who are studying from me, I already keep this reading discounted cash flow as a supplementary topic in my teaching module. Reason being because this is a very important, I feel this is a very important topic. Many concepts are linked with this topic, and I'm happy to see this topic back in the curriculum. There are some deletions. Probability concept now have been shifted to prerequisites. But remember, a concept from this chapter base formula is still in the core syllabus. So again, a person who needs to understand this base formula will have to go through probability concepts chapter. Next, in economics, there are no additions, just some deletions. So demand supply chapter has been moved to prerequisites. So it would not be testable anymore. Aggregate output, price level, and unemployment is also being moved to prerequisites. No more testable now, which is a very good news because this chapter was a big one and was also very hectic to teach. However, my online program will still have these lectures because these are prerequisites. So someone who needs to understand the basic of economics can easily go through. And for those, it is compulsory who have no economic background. Next, financial statement analysis. Introduction to financial modeling, a new chapter has been introduced. This topic was already taught in level 2. Now an introductory level have been introduced in level 1. It is also being linked with your practical skills model because you'll be taught about financial modeling. So it is being linked with that as well. 2 of the topics have been shifted to prerequisites, financial reporting standards, and application of financial analysis techniques. These are shifted to prerequisites. Corporate issuers, there is no addition to this area as well, but they have removed 2 topics to prerequisites, which are cost of capital, which I feel is a very important topic. And ultimately, whether it's in the prerequisite, in order to understand the advanced concept of net NPV and advanced concept of the corporate issues chapter, you will have to go through this chapter. But again, because it is prerequisite, it won't be testable. So the extents the dedication to study this topic would be obviously low, and you can study it in a casual attitude as well. Leverages has also been shifted to prerequisites. Equity. There are no changes in equity. The previous chapter called Industry and Company Analysis has been divided into 3 learning modules with a slight more details in company analysis forecasting, which links with financial modeling as well. So there are no major changes in equity, just slight, like 1%, 2% updation. Fixed income, there is no change. Alternative investments, no change, just a slight addition to digital asset. Digital assets were already introduced in 2023 syllabus. So they have just slightly added the explanation of digital assets. They have added a little more content to this topic. Otherwise, no change. Portfolio management, fintech topic has been removed and shifted to quantitative methods. Technical analysis has been completely removed, not even in prerequisites, which I feel doesn't feel as a good move from CFA. I understand CFA thoroughly believes in fundamentals of analyzing any stock or any equity or any balance sheet, but technical analysis still used in the capital markets. So my lecture of technical analysis will be in my online portal. If someone wants to learn it for the sake of learning, he can, but it would be mentioned, it is not the part of a course anymore. However, there are no further additions in the portfolio management topic. Derivatives and ethics, both, there are no changes, no additions, and no removals. So these are overall changes in your 2024 syllabus. And if someone is hyping these changes, I guess it's laughable for me, because there should be no hype about that. There are significant changes in 2024 syllabus. They are similar as we move from A to A. CFA usually used to have slight updation in this label. It's equivalent to that. The only new thing is now some topics are not testable, but I feel for a student to have a good grip about the core element of CFA, he will have to ultimately go through that prerequisites reading as well. So somewhere he will have to put in extra time studying the CFA syllabus, but for good to him, that it won't be testable, those areas. So he doesn't have to go through extensive practice. Now, for those students who are studying from 2023 books, you can easily align those books, align those chapters which are needed to be removed, which are not to be part of the syllabus. You can ignore them and study those parts which is the part of syllabus. So from 2023, I personally feel you can prepare easily for 2024 exams, except for slight updations which you can cover from 2024 books as well, or from my lectures which I update. And to my message to all the current students is, number one, for those who are studying from my online module, I've updated over there in front of the video lecture in a bracket prerequisite. So prerequisite simply means it is not testable anymore, but it's better off just to go skim through that reading so you can understand the advanced core curriculum element a lot better. By the end of June, most probably, entire whichever the slight adjustments are in some of the topics, that would be updated in my video. So there's nothing to worry. Just continue learning the way you were learning right now, and you will be in good hands to prepare yourself well for 2024 examinations. Thank you from my side.